I thought I had COVID about 3 times. I'm one of those idiots. I was like, I think I have it. Can you feel? I'm bad with pain, too. Like the other day, I hit my elbow right on that spot where if I had a gun, I'd be dead now. You know, I can't do pain. That's why I could never be a cop. I couldn't walk around with a gun right here. There's 50 things a day where I'd be like, fuck that. That ain't worth. That's my main problem, by the way, with the whole defund the police idea. What about people that want to commit suicide by cop? What about them? Anyway, we'll put a pin in that, but... We had a lot of protests in New York, and now we have protesters that just live here. They're not at a protest, they're just here. I saw a protester in Washington Square Park. She had green hair and dirty legs. And she's holding a little piece of cardboard, and it's with a Sharpie. It said, "Abolish billionaires." And she's just standing there. And I thought, I don't think that's going to do it. It doesn't feel like that's going to result in Jeff Bezos going, "What's happening to me?" Sadly, it's going to be okay for him. I thought it was good how young people got out there and they expressed themselves. They went out there to solve a lot of problems. Not all of the problems, but some of them. They went out there to stop discrimination. Not all discrimination. Just some of it, which is a weird form of discrimination. But there are groups that are discriminated against who don't have any protesters or any people working for them. And we all discriminate against these people, like ugly people. Everybody discriminates against ugly people. They do, and it's awful. I mean, I'd rather be discriminated against for my race than for being ugly. Because you might not lose a job or a promotion, but nobody kisses you on the lips like your whole fucking life. Like, try that. This is what we say to ugly people. We don't like your face. We just don't like it. So no one's going to fall in love with you, and it's unanimous. Sorry. And we just expect ugly people to be like, "Oh, no, I understand. I mean, sure. My head shape is no good for you, so I'll go without the things that matter in life." Also, overweight people. Overweight people deal with things that none of us deal with, because I'm not overweight. There's people who are discriminated against because of their weight. I read a story once about a woman who's 600 pounds, and she couldn't get medical care. Because everything she goes to the doctor, he just says it's because she's fat. Everything. She's like, "My knees hurt." He's like, "Yeah, my knees hurt just looking at you. What did you think was going to happen?" She's like, "I have chest pains." He says, "Yeah, because your organs are over capacity, so they're hurting." She's like, "I got shot in the head." He's like, "Yeah, because you're fucking fat. Somebody shot you in the fucking head because you're fat." It's a terrible story. Here's the worst part of the story, and this is true. This is true. She needed an MRI. Because she had something serious. She's 600 pounds. She doesn't fit in the machine. You know what they did? They sent her to the zoo. I'm not kidding. They sent her to the fucking zoo. That's what we do for fat people who need an MRI. Hey, here's your prescription. Go to the zoo. Yeah, that's where you should go. You should go to the zoo. By the way, you know how many fat people we have in this country? About 600 trillion billion thousands of them. You know how many trans people there are? About 38. But if you're trans and you need a restroom and it's awkward, we'll change every restroom. But if you're fat and you need an MRI, you go to the zoo, you fat bitch. Just go to the zoo. You go experience that today. What happens when she gets to the zoo? What actually fucking happens when she arrives at the zoo? Hi. Are you here to see the monkeys? No, I'm here for an MRI. Oh, shit. All right. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, just stand in the straw over here. Yeah. You're after the walrus who has lymphoma. way, why is there an MRI machine at the fucking zoo? Who was developing that instead of a fat human being MRI? Who's paying for this shit? You don't give an elephant a fucking magnetic resonance image test. Are you fucking high? That's obscene. If an elephant is sick, you just listen. You do this thing. Misa thinks she's gonna die today. I'm saying this out of respect for elephants, by the way, because we're supposed to respect how they live. They don't fucking cure their diseases. This is not their culture. This is our weird. Let's fix it. Oh, he's sick. That's not how elephants live. An elephant in the Serengeti isn't like, I have a lump, I have to see my oncologist. When an elephant gets cancer, he falls over, he takes his fucking turn and becomes food. You don't put an elephant in a state-of-the-art... What if you find cancer? What, are you gonna give him chemotherapy? The skinny elephant with a pink baseball hat? Each day is a gift. I love animals, I do. I do. We have a weird relationship to animals. We name them and we play with them, and we kill them and we eat them, and we stuff them, and we draw them. I have a dog. I love my dog, but I don't know my dog. We've never had a conversation, not one time. I talk and she just hears "Paradastes, Tepacortastes, Ticaportastes, and Pansats. Sisigol to shutting in day stats, Palumpa." She looks at me and I'm like, yes. She's like, what? You don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. Fuck you. I don't know this bitch. I have no idea what she's thinking. I really wish I did. I wish I knew what she was thinking. It's my biggest wish maybe in life, is that I knew, because I know she has thoughts. I know she does. There's no way she's just like, dog. There's stuff going on in here. I've seen it. You ever watch your dog make a decision? You ever watch your dog just walk in the room and then look around like... Yeah, I'm gonna go over here. Why? Please tell me why. I think my dog thinks I'm insane. Because I look at my life through her eyes. Like, I'll watch TV for 4 hours. And from my dog's point of view, I'm just sitting there. Why the fuck is he laughing? What happened? My dog is my life now because my kids are grown up. My kids are in college and they're all, you know, I'm an empty nester. That's what you call it when your kids are gone, because they grew up, not if they're dead. It's not used that way. My daughter died of leukemia. Hey, you're an empty nester. I miss it. I miss having little kids. I think about it all the time. I think about it maybe adopting, you know? I could adopt a baby from a third world country. That's a good thing to do, because you can just leave them outside. You don't have to... You know, it's interesting. We've been adopting babies from other countries in America for a long time. You know, other countries do it too, but I live here, so I'll talk about that. But it's an interesting thing. It's not a biological imperative to go get a baby from thousands of miles away, but we've been doing that in large numbers here for a long time. And not always for the same reasons. There's been different reasons why we've done it. In the early, like in the 70s when I grew up, sometimes you meet a couple who had an African baby that they brought because they're those kind of, you know, these kinds of people, you know. The kind of couples that hold hands when they announce things. You know those kind of people? They gather their friends and they're like, we've decided. You know those... They have a farm table with a clay pot of honey on it. And their apple juice is cloudy. You know what I'm talking about? Those are the kind of people that make a trip to Zimbabwe and get a baby and name him Kevin and send him to Boston College, whatever. That was like the 70s and 80s. Then in the 90s, it became very popular with gay couples started to adopt babies from China because they want to have a baby, but they can't. They both have dicks. I don't know if you know that. Did you know that? Gay couples have 2 dicks. So they can't make a baby. You can try. You can just really fucking... You could try to come into one dick with the other. Like, if you line up the dick holes... And you can come and the sperm goes up this dick and down that one. And then the sperm gets to the balls and they're like, wait, what the fuck? Did we turn around? Because we're in the balls again. Whose balls are these? These aren't even his balls. Oh, he's gay. Fuck. All right. Okay. All right. Well, let's just swim around till we're dead. It's just the way it is. You're not gonna... A baby will never come out of a penis. It's good. It's a good thing. Because it's hard for women. Imagine pushing a whole baby out of your penis dick hole. Even just a hand. Yeah. Anyway, so that's why gay couples adopt. That's why. And often from China, because they make a lot of stuff there. So that was that. That was the gay couples were adopting Chinese babies because they couldn't have babies. And then a lot of other couples started doing it more around the turn of the century. I used to live in Hollywood, which is a pretty awful place. And everybody there gets Chinese babies. It's very popular. They go and it's not because they can't have babies, and it's not because they're trying to help somebody from far away. It's because they're just busy. They're busy. They want to have a baby, but they don't want to have a baby. You know what I mean? That thing where you can't have your baby and eat it too, or whatever. I don't know how that works. They don't want to get pregnant, is the point. So they go to China. They don't even go to China. They go to the airport, and somebody from China meets them, gives them a baby. It's true. They just take it home, and then they get a Jamaican nanny to watch their Chinese baby. And they go to cocktail parties. We have a Chinese baby. It's amazing. And meanwhile, the Chinese baby and the Jamaican nanny are just alone looking at each other like, what are we doing? What is this? Why can't either of us see our families? Why? What the fuck is the point of this? I don't think life is that important. It's just not. It is not. People get too excited about life. Oh, life, fuck you. It's not that. It's... Make a list of every shitty thing ever that's in life. Life is okay. I like life. I like it. I don't need it. I'd be fine without it. I like life, though. I do. You know how much I like life? I have never killed myself. That's how much I like it. That's exactly how much I like it, with a razor-thin margin. I like it precisely enough to not kill myself. It's an option, though. It's totally an option. I mean, I'm 49. I have 2 kids. I've flipped through the brochure a few times. I've thought of killing myself just to win an argument. You're not supposed to talk about suicide. Even to your shrink. You ever go to a shrink and they're like, have you had thoughts of suicide? And you're like, no, because if I say yes, you'll press a button and folks will run in and hold him down. But you should be able to talk about it. It's the whole world is just made of people who didn't kill themselves today. That's who's here. Is all of us that went, okay, I'll fucking keep doing it.
Because it's an interesting thing about life. Life can get very difficult, very sad, very upsetting, but you don't have to do it. You really don't have to do it. You don't have to do anything. You never have to do anything because you can kill yourself. If they send you a letter from motor vehicles, you have to come in and, no, I don't. I'll kill myself. You can do that. You can do that once. But you can do it. And it's interesting because even when life gets bad, people generally choose it over nothing. Even the worst versions of life. Even a shitty, shitty life is worth living, apparently. Because folks are living the fuck out of them. You ever seen somebody and you're like, how did he should kill himself? Why didn't he not? That dude. You ever been driving and you look at the next car and you're like, oh shit. I wish I hadn't looked in that car. That was difficult to glance at, let alone being it. Just a guy in a tan car. Nobody chooses tan. Nobody picks tan for their car. They give you tan. Is that mine? Yeah, it's yours, fucking loser. Made it tan. They shouldn't even make tan cars. It's mean to make them. You look over, you see a guy in a tan car with just dents all over it and a garbage bag for a window. What is holding up his suicide? What is delaying it? What is keeping him from stopping being that? And what would it take? What would it take? What would it take? Both windows are garbage bags? Is that... Seriously, do you know how much misery is involved in a garbage bag for a window? Do you know how many separate moments of shit misery? I canceled my insurance. Broke my window. Duct tape. Here's the truth. Running away will not solve your problems. That's totally true. But killing yourself solves all your problems. It actually does. It even solves world problems. For you. What about ISIS? Kill yourself. Then they'll never get you. Seriously, if everybody who's afraid of ISIS kills themselves right now, then ISIS loses. Because they live in a world of people that don't give a shit. We're gonna cut his head off. Okay. It's not fun now. I think the worst part of being beheaded the worst thing about being beheaded is that you look really dumb right after. That's the worst part. They go like that, you're like, just that's fucking dopey. I don't think they like beheading bald people because they can't do this thing. That's the best part. They gotta go like this. It's not as cool. So just shave the top of your head and you won't have to worry about it. I don't really have a shot with him, I think, because I just don't rate movie stars. I'm not really fucking fat. It's ridiculous. Like I have this problem now. My pants I can't keep them they won't stay up. Because here's what happens. Okay, you get fat, and some of you skinny people won't. I don't give a shit about you. You won't get this. I hate skinny people because they don't empathize with fat guy problems. They just don't. Like, you ever have a skinny friend? You're trying to tell them like, I just wish I could have one donut and fucking walk away. I wish I could do that. I wish I had the power to eat a donut. And your skinny friend's like, well, just eat the donut then. What's the big deal? You should totally just have a donut if you want. You should totally go ahead and have one. Just enjoy yourself and have the donut if you like that. Fuck you. You don't get it. It's a whole spiral that begins with a donut. Later I'm killing hookers. I don't even remember what happened. But so here's what happens. You get fat and your pants start to get tight, right? And then you get fatter because it's not like, oh, I'll stop eating now, you know? And then suddenly all your pants fucking hurt. Like every pair of pants hurts. And then you eat even more because it's like, fuck it now, man. Who even cares? Fat shit. Fucking obsessed with food. I went to this fucking thing with my wife and kids where it was like the kids and their kid friends and just a house full of assholes, you know, that have kids. And I'm just standing there fucking, I just want to kill myself and I just want a bomb to drop on the whole house and take us all out. And I get in there, but then there's a plate of cookies. And like, as soon as I'm that's what I'm done. I'm eating every fucking cookie on that plate. That's what I'm here. That's what this all is fucking that. So, and you have to have a strategy, you know? You can't just fucking stand there and just fucking, you have to like sort of keep rediscovering the cookies, you know? You have to walk over and go like, oh, hey, so who brought those? That's cool. It's interesting. You do this. This means like I totally could not eat it, but I'll just don't want to hurt people's feelings. Brought the cookie. That's interesting. Yeah, I can take it or leave it. Totally fucking radar back there. Okay, new people around the dish. Do it again. Hey, if people start noticing, you have to say something like, these are crazy. Like, I don't know what it is about them. Yeah, it's the fucking cookies. It's not you're a piece of shit that can't stop eating anything. But, so here's what happens, though. You get fat enough, though, what happens is your belly starts to push out like this, and then it pushes your pants down to your pelvis because they won't hang in the normal place anymore. And then down there, they feel loose, and you start going, hey, losing weight, all right, I'm coming down. My pants are getting loose, I am getting thinner. I ate my way through to the other side, I did. Fucking, I don't give a shit, I'm fat, look at this shit, I don't fucking care. Look at that, I don't care. It's just a sweaty bowl of fucking flesh. I don't care. Look how fucked up this is, too. It goes right in. Like, it goes at a right angle. It hits my pelvis. It doesn't, like, slope back down. It fucking goes in and then back up. It's fucked up. Like, when I'm in the shower and I'm scrubbing like this, when I get down there, I gotta turn in like this. I gotta actually make a turn. I'm gonna fucking cut in, or the crevice gets fucking filthy. It's ridiculous. It is. It's like a theater seat. There's like fucking receipts and shit and popcorn and fucking kids' toys and fuck, what the hell?
Fourth grade, and I was fifth grade maybe, I don't know which one, and I was sitting in a class and eating some snack, and I was sort of just looking off into space, and I had always had big holes in the crotch of my pants, because my mom bought me cheap pants at King's department store, and they don't even have a changing room. She would just hold it against my waist, and I'd go home and wear them, and they'd split after like 3 days. So I had a big hole, just all fucking hole, and I'm sitting there like this, and I tried to get used to not, whatever. So I'm sitting there like this, and I had an inadvertent and unaware boner at the time, and so it was just pushing my white underwear out, just fucking angry little pin-like boner. Just sticking out of my pants, like straight out. And Jill Cassavant, who was the fucking coolest, sexiest chick in the class, pointed down at this and went, ew! And I looked up and everyone was going, ah! Pointing at my dick and screaming. And that moment is me. That is who I am. That's how powerful it was. And, you know what's amazing to me? You can name your kid anything you want. Isn't that incredible? There are no laws. There should be a couple of laws. None. You can literally name your kid anything. You can name your kid a name with no vowels if you want, like Singleton.
Just 40 F's, that's his name. Go clean your room. I'd like to name my kid a whole phrase, you know, something like ladies and gentlemen. That would be a cool name for a kid. This is my son, ladies and gentlemen. Then when he gets out of hand, I get to go, ladies and gentlemen, please! But you got to be careful what you name your kid. You do have to be careful because what happens is other kids in school are going to make fun of them. They're going to make fun of their name. And you don't have to give them a weird name because they can do it with any name. Kids are geniuses at that. Any name, they take it, they go Louis Screwy, Joey Blowy, Mike, your mother's a dyke, whatever. They find a way, these kids. Any name, what's your name? Eric, you fucking asshole. See, just like that. Lightning speed these kids got. What's your name? Joe, eat a bag of shit, cunt face. You see, just like that. My daughter is really something else, man. She runs the house. She runs the whole house. She decides everything. Like we were playing hide and seek the other day. We play hide and seek, and we play by her rules that she invented. And do you know why? Because she sucks at hide and seek. And so she covers it with this fucking ruse to level the playing field. And I gotta fucking pretend it's all that she's great. No, it's bullshit. Like, we're playing... Oh, fucking... I know she's a kid, but fucking listen. When it's my turn to hide, she tells me where to hide. She tells me where. She goes, hide in the closet, Papa, but you're gonna know where I... Hide in the closet! All right, fuck, I'll hide in the closet. Good, fine. Now I'm standing in the closet like an asshole. She comes in, I found you. She's like shitty about it, like, I found you. And I'm like, wow. How did you figure out where you told me to fucking hide? And then when she hides, this is her hiding. She goes over to a wall and does this. She goes, that's it. There's nothing here. What the fuck is this? Like this is some ninja invisibility crouch. And I gotta act like an idiot. I can't just walk in and go, yeah, you're there. Because she'll cry and shit her pants, right? So I gotta walk around like an asshole. Where is she? I have no idea. Where could she be? I'm making eye contact. I don't see her. It's amazing to me. The other day we're playing, this is how things have gotten in my house, okay? Here's a very good example of where it's gone. We're playing a version of hide and seek where my wife and I have to decide together where to look. She likes that. She's like, Mama, you tell Papa where to look. Okay, well, fine. So she's over there hiding like this, just in plain sight. And my wife and I, my wife's like, why don't you look under the bed? I'm like, okay, well, look under. She's not there. And then she says, why don't you look in the linen closet? Okay, so I open the closet. She goes, that's not the linen closet. We don't put that in there anymore. All right, fucking Jesus. All right, I'll look in. So I look in that. Why would she be in that closet? That has shelves. She can't stand in a shelf. Well, maybe she's crawled in a shelf. Now we're having a fight about where to look for this fucking kid who's standing right there. She totally runs the house. I remember Halloween last year. A couple of days before Halloween, my wife comes up to me and she's like, we have to get you a cat costume. No, we don't, actually. No, we do, because she thinks you're going to be a cat. I don't know. It's like she's a guy with a gun in the other room. That's what it's like. She's like, she thinks you're going to be a cat. I don't know how she got it in her head, but she's expecting to be a cat on Halloween. I was like, well, tell her to go fuck herself, because I'm not doing it. I'm not afraid of her. She's 2. I'll fucking fight her. I could take her. I could beat the shit out of thousands of 2-year-olds all day, just walk around. They would never even gang up on me. They suck. I'm not afraid of her. So my wife decided that she wanted to get pregnant again. She decided it. And this is back in August. She told me, you need to be in town next week. Why? Because I'm getting, I'm ovulating. So, like, not do you want another kid, just be in town. That's how she handles it. I'm like, I don't want another kid, so fuck it. And she's like, all right. Next week, she starts blowing me, right? Now, she hasn't blown me in, Jesus, I don't know if I've ever been blown. That's how long it is. She's blowing me on the day she's ovulating. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm like, yeah, you love it. Like, I think she digs me now. Fucking stupid. So she's having another baby any day now. She's due, and it's true. She's fucking the whole thing. And I'm like, okay. No, it's great. Fuck it. That's really the attitude that keeps a family together. It's not we love each other. It's fuck it, man. Fuck it. Another kid. Fuck it. Why not? Let them all in. Good. Fuck it. Here's the thing. I never judge other parents now. I never do. I used to, but I never do. Like, when you see a mother in McDonald's or someplace or in a toy store and she's just melting down on her kid, she's like, shut up. I hate you. You're ugly. And people are sitting around going, oh my goodness, she's a horrible mother. Well, guess what? Those people aren't fucking parents. They don't have kids. Because any parents who are in that store are thinking, what did that shitty kid do to that poor woman? That poor woman. I wish I could help. Because you don't know, man. You don't know. Or like when you see a parent that seems to be negligent, like you see a parent in McDonald's with the kid, and the parent's like, I can't take this shit anymore, and just like collapsed, and all the shopping bags are just strewn everywhere. And the kid's happy. The kid's eating French fries. And the kid asks a question like, Mama, why is the sky blue? And she's like, just shut up and eat your French fries. And you think, what a terrible mother. Why doesn't she answer her child? When I have a child, I will answer all of their questions and open their minds to the wonders of the world. Well, guess what? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You can't answer a kid's question. They don't accept any answer. A kid never goes, oh, thanks, I get it. They fucking never say that. They just keep coming. More questions. Why? Till you don't even know who the fuck you are anymore at the end of the conversation. It's an insane deconstruction. It's amazing. This is my daughter the other day. She's like, Papa, why can't we go outside? Well, because it's raining. Why? Well, water's coming out of the sky. Why? Because it was in a cloud. Why? Well, clouds form when there's vapor. Why? I don't know. I don't know any more things. Those are all the things I know. Why? Because I'm stupid, okay? I'm stupid. Why? Well, because I didn't pay attention in school, okay? I went to school, but I didn't listen in class. Why? Because I was high all the time. I smoked too much pot. Why? Because my parents gave me no guidance. They didn't give a shit. Why? Because they fucked in a car and had me, and they resented me for taking their youth. Why? Because they had bad morals. They just had no compass. Why? Because they had shitty parents. It just keeps going like that. Why? Because fuck it, we're alone in the universe. Nobody gives a shit about us. I'm going to stop here to be polite to you for a second. But this goes on for hours and hours, and it gets so weird and abstract at the end. It's like, why? Well, because some things are and some things are not. Why? Well, because things that are not can't be. Why? Because then nothing wouldn't be. You can't have fucking nothing isn't. Everything is. Why? Because if nothing wasn't, there'd be fucking all kinds of shit that we don't like, giant ants with top hats dancing around. There's no room for all that shit. Why? I'll fuck you. Eat your French fries, you little shit. God damn it. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night. Thanks. My kids and I were having breakfast the other day, and we're listening to NPR. We always listen to NPR because we're better than you. And so we're listening to NPR at breakfast the other morning, And there's this one story where they kept using this phrase. They kept saying 9/11 deniers. They kept saying that. 9/11 deniers. And my daughter was like, what is that? And I said, well, it's a group of people that think September 11th was a conspiracy. And she said, oh, I thought they were saying 9/11 deniers. Yeah, she thought they meant 9 people who just ain't buying this 11 bullshit. It's a small fringe group, really. There's only 9 of them. But they still got on NPR, they got on the radio because they're dedicated. They protest every day. They're the 9/11 deniers. They're outside of the White House. It goes 10, 12, 13. Just know it. We are the 9/11 deniers. We know that 11 is a bullshit number propagated on the people by the man. Why do we have 11 when we have 13 and 14 and 15 and 16, 17, motherfucking 18 and 19, but we do not have a 1 team? What happened to 1 team? The government took 1 team and replaced it with some bullshit called 11. We are the 9 that deny that shit. Mr. President, give us back 1 team. I don't mean to offend any Chinese people with the stereotype, but... That's right, I'm Chinese, motherfuckers. I lived in Shanghai. I'm Chineser than a motherfucker. I'm a chopsticks and whatnot. Ha! All right. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. Stereotypes are harmful. That's the truth. But the voices are funny. And I don't know how to reconcile those two facts. I enjoy doing the voices, but they're offensive. So I do them at home. I used to do them for my kids when they were little. They liked them. They didn't know it was a race thing. They just enjoyed, Daddy, do the friendly man. You want me to be the friendly man, little girl? We love the friendly man. He loves little white girls too. Let's have some scrambled eggs. And then they grew up and I was like, don't talk about the friendly man. Maybe don't talk to your teachers about them. My kids go to public school in New York City, and send your kids there then. Teach them that's what life is like. The teachers amaze me because I don't know. This is the worst. Here's the worst thing about this country to me is that there's no more noble profession than to be a public school teacher. It's easily, please don't. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like where it's going. I don't recommend clapping at any things. You'll regret it at the end of the thing. In a democracy, there's no more noble contribution you can make than to teach in a public school. And in this country, the people that do that, they're fucking losers. They're just rock bottom fucking losers! And everybody knows it, but they keep doing it. New people are teaching every day, knowing how shitty it is. They show up, they tell them ahead of time, hi, what is this job? And they say, okay, here's what we need you to do. We need you to make children know math. Wow. Do they want to know math? No, they don't want to know it. You need to make them know it against their will while they're exploding sexually and Who are these children? Just whatever kids live near the building. How much do I get paid? About $10 every 4 years. What if I get really good at it? What happens? Nothing. Nothing happens. Nobody notices, and you get fired, and you die alone. Okay, I'll try it for 25 years. My daughter's learning about Greek mythology, and she was asking me questions about it. She was like, Daddy, who's Achilles' mother? I said, I don't fucking know. Don't ask me that shit. I don't know who Achilles' mother is. Don't yell it out if you know it, please. It's Camp Amputees. Nobody cares what you know. She had a question about Achilles, and it was an interesting question, and I'll tell it to you. But first, the story of Achilles, real quick. Achilles was a baby. He was a Greek baby, and he didn't stay that way. But when he was a Greek baby, his mother, who was a goddess, took him into the river Styx, which is at Hades, the land of the dead, and she dipped him in the water of the river Styx because there was a magical quality to that water that it would make you impervious of any harm. You couldn't be hurt. It was like a shield, right? So she dipped him in that water to protect him. But she held him by the heel. That's the important detail. Held him by the heel, which is an awkward way to hold a baby. By the heel. Try holding a baby by the heel and dipping it in a river. You will never see that baby again.
I lost the baby in the water. I was trying to wash him and he fell in the river. I'm sorry, Miss Achilles, I lost your baby. You told me to hold him by the heel. He's asleep.
Achilles' mother's a Mexican nanny. It's a lesser-known character in the Iliad. Anyway, his mother, she was able to hold on, of course, because she was a goddess. She was the goddess of grip or whatever, I don't know. And she held on, and then he was protected, except on his heel. His heel was not protected. And so that's what we call your Achilles heel, your one vulnerable place. Everybody's got their Achilles heel. Achilles' Achilles heel was his heel. Like literally. Anyway, so my daughter, here was her question. She said, how come his mother didn't just dip him again? She could have just dipped him one more time with the other leg in there. Did she just like you're like a sign that says one dip per goddess? Did you ever color an Easter egg? It's not that complicated. You dip it, and then you hold it differently and dip it again. Smart kid. I was proud of her. But at the same time, I thought, who the fuck are you to judge this woman? It bothered me. Because here's what the story of Achilles teaches me, is that if you're a parent, it's never enough what you do for these motherfuckers. It's just never enough. It's still gonna be your fault. How much more do you want from a mother? She dipped her kid in magic water and protected 99% of his body. Is any of it up to him? He could have just wore a big shoe and be careful. But he goes out in sandals, fucking flip-flops, and a sword and fights the whole planet. I'm Achilles because my mother dipped me. Finally, somebody got him in the heel, and he's like, Mom! Thanks a lot, Mom! Get my heel. She's so stupid, she ruined it. Fuck you, Achilles, you Greek dick.
When
guest is a comedian who starred in the HBO series Lucky Louie. His HBO comedy special Shameless comes out on DVD June 26th. Please welcome Louis C.K. Now, Louis, we've known each other a long time. I haven't spoken to you in a couple of months. How are you?
Well, I'm all right. I'm fat.
You're fat?
Yes, I'm a great big fat person.
No.
It's just been, I'm growing fatter. I just weighed myself and I'm 240. Mm-hmm. You know how doctors have like a formula for rule of thumb, how to figure what your optimum weight is? I'm pretty sure it's not your age plus 200 pounds.
Could possibly be.
Really
I don't know.
fat.
I haven't looked into it.
I'm a fat dude.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about something cheerful then. How was your Father's Day? Father's Day must have been?
Well, yeah, I got to spend it with my kids, which, Yahoo.
You're such a sentimental
Well, it's
sap.
not, it's like, hey, you're Employee of the Month, mop up. It's what I have to do. I have to be with my kids. I'll shut up. None of you have kids. I can see it by looking at you. Here's the thing. Parents never get to say that it's hard. You don't get to say that.
Right.
And it's the hardest thing in the world. Anything else that's hard, you get to say, this sucks.
Right.
But when you're a parent, first of all, it's impossible. You make huge mistakes constantly. Like, oops, irreversible damage there. Move on. Just huge mistakes. You don't get to sleep anymore. You don't have sex anymore. You eat standing up and fast. The entire nation depends on our success as parents.
Yeah.
And you don't even get to say it sucks. You have to say stuff like, I couldn't even imagine my life without my children. I can totally imagine my life. Really? That's actually all I ever do, is imagine my life.
Really?
And it's not a big fantasy. I'm not in the World Series of Poker. I'm just sitting in a chair, jerking off and eating chocolate. That's really it. That's all.
Lord. Okay. Well, listen, yes, you bring up a good point. Parenting is definitely very hard work. I have 2 kids, and I know that it's very hard work.
Well, like, if you get sick, nobody cares. You can't call in sick to having kids.
Right.
As a matter of fact, if you get sick, your spouse hates you for being sick. Because it's just making their life harder. And I'm the same way. Like, my wife, one time, she's like, I have diarrhea. I had diarrhea all night. I'm staying in bed. And I'm like, let me see it. I want to see the diarrhea. Show me at least a cup of diarrhea if you want to stay in bed. There's just no way I'm taking it on faith and spending all day with the kids by myself. I'm just not. And she's the same way. Like, I had a stomach flu. It was really, I was so sick, just deathly sick. And my stomach hurt a lot.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, get out of bed. Let's go. You stayed up all night. It's your fault. Let's go. And I have to amp up how sick I think I am to get in there. I'm like, I'm really sick. I might have internal bleeding right now. And so she says, well, go to the hospital if it's that bad.
Sure.
And I did.
You did?
True story.
You did?
I went to a hospital.
Just to try and prove
I went into the emergency room and I said, I got a stomach ache. My wife doesn't care. And they admitted me. Because at the emergency room, they don't go like, get out of here, you pussy. They whatever you have, you can go in a hospital and say like, I just feel icky. I just feel weird.
And they have to.
Put a bracelet on you and fill out a thing.
Right.
Whatever. And so this doctor, this wonderful doctor, she gave me morphine in my arm. She gave me a drip of morphine.
Really?
And which, was great. And then... And then she sent me home with opiate suppositories, which is a huge dilemma to me.
Okay.
Because I like opium. Who doesn't? It's perfect. It's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
But I have a huge problem with voluntarily putting things in my own ass. I just can't do it.
So it's a battle of wills here.
And I'm in the bathroom with my pants in my ankle, and I'm like sweating and shaking, and I'm got a little tiny thing. I'm like talking to myself, just do it, just come on. I don't want to do it. Finally, I cram it in there, and I think that was probably the greatest moment of my entire life.
Really?
Yes, because it's pure opiate pleasure that begins at your anus. It just explodes. Just this warmth that starts at the ground zero that is your ass. And you just go, oh, God, that is good. More things in my ass, please.
Okay, then.
So that's what it's like having kids.
Yeah. Shameless comes out this Tuesday, and Louis will be appearing at Crackers Comedy Club in Indianapolis, June 22nd through the 24th. Louis C.K. Thank you.
I got a call today. My phone rang and I answered it. I didn't recognize the number. I said hello, and the person said, "Please hold for the president." I was like, "What?" And then a voice comes on. It sounded like the president, and he's like, "Oh, this is President Obama." And I said, "No, that's not you." And he goes, "Yes, it is." And I said, "No, there's no way the president would ever call me." So he goes, "All right, we'll just hang up and call the White House and ask for me and you'll get through it. Maybe that'll convince you." So I said, "Okay," and I hung up. And I Googled the White House and I got like the main number and I called and said, "Hi, this guy was calling me. He said he was the president. My name's Louis." And she put me through. So all of a sudden, I'm talking to the president. And I said, "What can I do for you?" And he goes, "I don't know, what's up?" And he said, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm in Phoenix." And he said, "I heard they're all fags there." I know. And I was like, first of all, Phoenix is not known for that. Second of all, who says fags? Like, who says just fags? And then beyond that, how dare you, Mr. President? And he says, "So, go tell everybody who's gonna believe you, you fat douche." And he hung up. I was really surprised. That's what I would do. If I was the president, I would just bother people. I would fly around the country, go to like Wisconsin, go to some guy's house at 3 a.m. and just drink out of the milk carton. So tell everybody, just piss on the floor. Who's gonna believe you? Yeah, go tell everybody the president pissed on your floor at 3 a.m. Go ahead. To me, that would be the whole point of being president. Is getting to do that. Hey, this is interesting. The other day, a guy told me to suck a bag of dicks. That was interesting. I never heard that before. Total stranger told me to suck a bag of dicks. A whole bag of them. He was angry. He didn't just, suck a bag of dicks like a greeting. "Oh, suck a bag of dicks to you too, sir. Thank you very much." Yes. It's a lovely day for sucking several bags of dicks. No, what happened was I cut him off in traffic. It was just one of those things where I had to get in and no one was in my car to judge me, and I just fucking, I just decided he's not me, so I don't care what happens to him, and I just cut him off. It's just a shitty thing to do. And it was bad because he was coming fast because he didn't imagine in a million years someone could be that big of an asshole. And so when I did it, he had to slam on his brakes and his dog went in the windshield. It was really very bad. Very bad. And the worst part is when you cut people off, they don't vanish. They're behind you now. So I'm looking back and he's like, "Fucking ass!" He's so mad. And he keeps trying to get next to me because he just wants to see my fucking face. He's just dying. He's like, "I gotta see this cocksucker now. I gotta see the fucking face of the piece of shit that just did that to me." And I keep cutting him off because I don't want him to see. I'm ashamed of what I did. Nope, you don't. Finally, we get to a red light, and I gotta face him. Only because there's a car in front of me, otherwise I would have fucking blown right through there. But there he is, just fucking furious. And I'm like, I know, it was awful. I shouldn't have done it. I'm not mad. I was wrong. Why would I be mad? And he's like, fuck you! And then he starts going like this because he wants me to roll my window down like I'm supposed to take part in my own abuse during this argument, you know. Well, I'm sorry, I don't want to miss this. What do you have to say about me, yes? How rude of me to shut out your anger with my... So I did, I rolled it down, I'm interested. And he goes, hey, asshole! And I'm like, yeah? He says, suck a bag of dicks! Then he drove away. And I was kind of sad that he drove away because I had a lot of questions. But that concept of sucking a bag of dicks, it's just weird. Like, first of all, when you picture a bag of dicks, what do you see when you picture a bag of dicks? Is it like a plastic bag and they're all mushed in together like chicken parts and with a date written on it with Sharpie, keep it in the freezer? Or is it like a paper bag and they're sticking out like baguettes, kind of like you went shopping? Bringing home a bag of dicks for the kids? There you go, Susie, take a blue one. You know, like a little... I don't know, they were hanging in a window somewhere. Give me 2 of those. And how do you suck a bag of dicks? What does he want me to do? Does he want me to take a bag of dicks and suck it? Like suck the side of the bag? Or does he want me to open the bag and suck each dick individually and throw the used ones in a bowl like edamame shells? Like that? Do I have to make them all come? You know, like how... You can't answer a kid's question. They don't accept any answer. A kid never goes, oh, thanks, I get it. They fucking never say that. They just keep coming. More questions. Why? Till you don't even know who the fuck you are anymore at the end of the conversation. It's an insane deconstruction. It's amazing. This is my daughter the other day. She's like, Papa, why can't we go outside? Well, because it's raining. Why? Well, water's coming out of the sky. Why? Because it was in a cloud. Why? Well, clouds form when there's vapor. Why? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know any more things. Those are all the things I know. Why? Because I'm stupid, okay? I'm stupid. Why? Well, because I didn't pay attention in school, okay? I went to school, but I didn't listen in class. Why? Because I was high all the time. I smoked too much pot. Why? Because my parents gave me no guidance. They didn't give a shit. Why? Because they fucked in a car and had me, and they resented me for taking their youth. Why? Because they had bad morals. They just had no compass. Why? Because they had shitty parents. It just keeps going like that. Why? Because fuck it, we're alone in the universe. Nobody gives a shit about us. I'm going to stop here to be polite to you for a second. But this goes on for hours and hours, and it gets so weird and abstract at the end. It's like, why? Well, because some things are and some things are not. Why? Well, because things that are not can't be. Why? Because then nothing wouldn't be. You can't have fucking nothing isn't. Everything is. Why? Because if nothing wasn't, there'd be fucking all kinds of shit that we don't like, giant ants with top hats dancing around. There's no room for all that shit. Why? I'll fuck you. Eat your french fries, you little shit. God damn it.
It's like, okay, here's one. This is... When he turned water into wine. This is his first miracle. This is John chapter 2, okay? Okay, and on the 3rd day, there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee. And the mother of Jesus was there. And both Jesus was called and his disciples to the wedding. And when they wanted wine, the mother of Jesus saith unto him, they have no wine here. And Jesus saith unto her, woman, what have I to do with thee?
just life. Mary was a fucking alcoholic. He took her to a wedding, and there's no fucking wine, Jesus. What am I supposed to do here without wine? And he's like, Mom! Don't! Anyway, you know the rest of the story is that Jesus, he's at the wedding, they had no wine. So Jesus went to the guy running the wedding, and he was like, look in the water barrel. Like that, like a close-up magician. Why don't you take a look? Maybe it's not the Red Queen. Go ahead, flip that card over. What do you think? Told him to look in the water barrel, and he looked, and it was wine. He had turned all their water into wine. Everybody rejoiced. Except the guy running the wedding was probably like, we did need some water. It's actually a bigger problem. I have a feeling a lot of his miracles were met with mixed. Like, oh, thanks. That's great, Jesus. Fuck. Like Lazarus. Lazarus had been dead for 4 days. And Jesus comes to town and he says, Lazarus, rise. And Lazarus comes out of the tomb like... And Lazarus' wife is like, are you fucking kidding me right now? But so here's a story that I want to read to you. This story, I've never seen it in a Jesus movie. This story is not in any movies about Jesus. And it's not, I never, until I sat and read this, I never heard this story. Because it's weird.
You should do your job. That's what I'm trying to say. You should do your job. Because it's your job. Because you're the person standing there doing that thing. So just do it. Do the shit out of it. Why wouldn't you? It drives me crazy when someone has a job that they don't like, so they do it shitty. What kind of a response is that? If you do it shitty, isn't it worse for you? Like, I travel, so I need help all the time. And I rent a car, and I always want another one. I'm crazy. So I get a car, I'm like, I don't like it, I want another car. So I go to the counter, can I get a different car? And sometimes I get the person who's like, why? Because I'm a dick. Give it to me. What do you... What's wrong with it? I'm crazy is what's wrong with it. You're wearing a vest that matches the building. Just do the thing that is the point of the place. Ugh. Why? You know why? Because you're 20. That's why. Because you're a 20-year-old little and you have no idea how the world works. Because you think you deserve better. You think you're too interesting a person to have a shitty job. Every 20-year-old that I encounter behind the counter gives me that little, this job sucks. Yeah, that's why we gave it to you. Because you're 20. Which is a mathematical guarantee that you have no skills and nothing to offer anybody in the world. You're 20. For 2 decades, you've just been taking and sucking up education and love and food and iPods, just sucking it up and judging it. No, it's pretty good, but not really, I like that one. You've just been selecting and absorbing shit that you didn't fucking earn for 2 decades. 3 presidents, that's how long you've just been a burden. You're like an orange that's rotting on a tree, and the tree's like, this thing's crazy. Oh, I don't want to go, let me stay. You're 20, you've never done if you're 20 years old, I guarantee you have never done anything for anybody, ever. Never. Yes, you went on a school trip to Guatemala, and they told you helped, but you totally did not help. The guy was like, I got a mudslide on my house, and now I got to babysit a college kid. Why do I have to do this? Jesus. Just take her picture with a shovel and send her home so she can put it on Facebook.
I had an amazing experience in Guatemala. It's totally amazing. And I really helped those people. I helped them.
And I saw a Korean Jesus. They had a Korean Jesus with the... Don't get mad. How else would I know? It was just what Korean Jesus. Ooh, whatever. Whatever.
I remember I was in a taxi, I think in New York, and the driver was Muslim, and there was a woman crossing in front of us, and he honked at her because she went after the light had turned, and she gave him the finger. And he said to me, "Do you know in my country, if a woman show you this finger, I could get out, beat her to death, and if I drive by here a week later, she'd still just be laying there." Like nobody would even clean it up.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The truth is Jesus was black, but you don't see that often. Black Jesus.
Hey, man, get me the fuck down from here.
Whatever, all right. Airplane one time, and a married couple came on, and they had been sat separately. There was some mistake. The woman, she's supposed to sit here, she comes up to me and she says, "Would you mind moving so I can sit with my husband?" And he's behind her, he's like... And I wanted to help him, but what am I going to say to his wife? Just, "No, I won't move." So I just got off the plane. I didn't go on the trip. And it took off, and it hit the World Trade Center. So that was...
You ever feel like you're gonna fart and then instead you shit on your father's face? And everybody on the bus is like, "Hey, that's not appropriate." And you're like, "I thought it was gonna be a fart." And they go, "Oh, all right then."
Because, look, my mom just died. She just died. That's how it works. By the way, for you young people, here's how life goes. One of your parents is gonna die. And the other one is just never gonna fucking die. And guess what? It's not the one you wanted. Nope.
You know, people hate child molesters so much. They hate them worse than murderers or anybody else. Right?
Right.
So getting caught child molesting is just, that's the end.
That's the worst.
It's really the end of your life in every way. Your
That's
friends are gone. Whatever you had is gone.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Right.
that's why a lot of kids that get molested get killed. Because it's like once you whatever got you to the moment where you molested a kid.
Right.
Once you hit that moment, you're like, I can't let this kid go now because I'm fucked if this kid goes home and tells anybody. So you kill the kid.
Right.
So the bit was that if we could hate child molesting a little less, we might
save kids.
might get some kids back.
Wow, that is a brilliant thought.
If somebody could go say to themselves, "All right, I molest," somebody could call you and go, "Hey, I molested your kid. You want him back after soccer? Or do you want me to drop him off after this game? Doesn't he have any allergies I should know about?" What I just said is true.
Right.
That if we hated child molesters less children would die.
Right.
I don't know what to do with that information.
You don't know where to go.
I don't know what to do with it. I can't make any
to the right place today. Yeah, this is the place to air those kinds of thoughts.
You know, like when you were in school, did you ever have when you were in school when you were a kid, like fantasies about your parents dying so that you'd be really special in school? Like if your parents got killed, you'd go to school and they'd make an announcement, "Joey's parents died today," so everybody and all the cute girls would come up and go, "Are you okay?" and stuff like that, which would never happen. They just walk up and you go, "I'm still not gonna fuck you, you faggot." That's what would have happened. And that would have I would have jerked off to that and had a better time than if I fucked them. Seriously, to me.
Some Catholics believe that contraception is murder. They think if you wear a condom, if you stop a sperm from getting to an egg, you killed a possible baby. By that logic, I could say that any woman that won't fuck me is a murderer. Let me tell you, there's a bunch of murdering bitches out there.
Well, FX took my series off. I don't know why.
The fuck?
It's so weird. It was really successful.
Yeah.
And then they just made an arbitrary decision. That's weird. To just... I mean, I was baffled. I was like, "Guys, why?" We're like, "It's just the feeling we have." I was like, "That's weird, guys."
Probably
like
a new CEO. They always do shit like that.
That's the thing. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
There wasn't one, but maybe it's something like that.
Like 9/11, you had to, in the sorrow and the anger and the rage and the sadness, you had to go, "Dude, fucking bullseye, bullseye." One of my favorite stories about it was there was a documentary about it on PBS after, and they talked. They tried once before with the truck bomb. So they interviewed a marshal, a federal marshal, who escorted one of the perpetrators of that first bombing to his trial in Manhattan, and they had him in a helicopter, and they're flying to the courthouse. So he's next to the prisoner, and they're flying right next to the World Trade Center.
My God, this guy.
And the federal guy, the Fed marshal, is just a cop. He says, I pointed at the buildings and I said, you didn't get him, did you? And the guy just coldly said, we'll get him.
Wow.
They did. Those buildings are no longer there.
Yes.
They're no longer there.
People talk about, like, don't eat dolphins when they're in the tuna. Pick out the dolphins, right? You gotta pick it out, like raisins. But and like you ever go to shop for tuna and like it says dolphin safe and you kind of go like, yeah, but like somehow you think it's not going to be as good. Like I want to do the right thing, but it's probably kind of bland without the dolphin. But here's the thing, like why not kill and eat a dolphin? Why not? Oh, because no, I don't fucking get it. If you're a tuna, fuck you, we're eating you. So I don't really see the difference. And I think it's wrong to eat tuna and dolphin and cows and everything. But I eat them. I eat them all. Because I don't care that it's wrong. I totally think it's terrible, but that's not important to me, that it's terrible. So what if it's wrong? It tastes good. And I like the way it feels when I eat it, so fuck it. But I'm not going to pretend I'm doing something that's okay just because it doesn't think or something. So when I think about that, I think, yeah, so people die. What's the big deal? They're dead, and some of them might have been assholes. You don't know.
I just want to say I'm not trying to say that if you're white, you can't complain.
Right.
I'm just saying that if you're black, you get to complain more.
Right. Right.
Because you can't. There you go.
Don't tell the band that.
Yeah. Because you can't. That's right. You can't take people's like historical context away from them, and everybody wants us to. Like white people are always like, "Come on, it wasn't us." Like they want black people to forget everything. Like every year, white people add 100 years to how long ago slavery was. I've heard educated white people say slavery was 400 years ago. No, it very wasn't. It was 140 years ago. That's two 70-year-old ladies living and dying back to back. That's how recently you could buy a guy.
That's right.
And it's not like slavery ended and then everything has been amazing. Like it just...
Oh, glad that's over.
Oh yeah, it just ended like a clean where you don't have to wipe. Just boom. And then it's just been parades and presents ever since. You gotta remember that if you meet a black person, they have gray hair, they remember a time they weren't allowed to use a certain toilet. So give them a little, time to be cranky. And by the way, white people have our own thing that stuff that we went through that hurt us that we have to cope with. Like when they took our slaves away, that was really hard for us, and we're still. So it's pretty